I think it would be a pretty good idea to delete TikTok right now before it's too late. But also, even if you haven't yet, I'm not saying you're doomed or whatever. I just think that the sooner you're able to delete TikTok off of your phone, the better. Because the more I look around me, I begin to realize that a lot of society now today is struggling with something that's supposed to be made simple, and that's socializing. I mean, see for yourself. Go to a public restaurant or a park or a movie theater, even. People are stuck on their phone when they're supposed to be doing something else more productive or at least more beneficial for them and for you. For instance, this YouTube video. I'm not expecting you to watch the whole thing. As a matter of fact, I think it's actually a lot better for you if you didn't watch the whole thing, because I know for certain that there's something else that you could be doing with your time. But at least still take the time to listen to what I have to say. Even in my own family circle, unfortunately, it's hard to mingle, especially with the addiction to TikTok. And not just TikTok, but a lot of other social media platforms, including this one. At the same time, it's not like they're watching anything bad or whatever. Most of what I'm seeing are things that are full of humor, which again is not bad. It's just that we get stuck in this circle of repetition that takes so much out of our day without us even realizing it. And I also strongly believe that this type of addiction is what causes a lot of the problems that we claim to have, at least a large percentage. If you don't think you're addicted, then you can still continue to carefully use TikTok or whatever platform you love to use. But I think to a certain degree, all of us are addicted. I was even doing this little experiment with myself the other day, not scrolling through TikTok, but Instagram. I opened up the application, started scrolling. As usual, I liked what I was seeing. It was very humorous, so I continued to scroll. And when I stopped scrolling, I always tell myself that I'm pretty disciplined, so I know when to stop. And when I stopped, I went to my settings to look at how long I actually spent on Instagram scrolling, and in my head, I thought it was at least less than an hour. But when I looked at it, it was 3 to 4 hours. It wasn't 3 to 4 hours straight, but it definitely added up to that throughout the course of my day. And after seeing that, I was like, man, no matter how much I tell myself I'm not addicted, I still am, again, to a certain degree. I'm much better at it now than I was before, staying off those things, but I still find myself coming back to it every now and then and spending quite a bit of time on it. I have this feeling of wanting to delete my Instagram, but usually keep it just because some of my friends like to communicate with me through there for whatever reason. Yeah, unfortunate. Other than that, I do not have TikTok. I remember downloading that for the first time, exploring around the app, wasn't a fan, and deleted it. And I think looking back at it now, that was probably the best decision I have ever made. Otherwise, if I had not done so, I think a lot of my time now would be wasted. At least a lot more time. If you can find it within yourself to delete TikTok right now, I highly, highly recommend it. Again, not just TikTok, but every other social media platform. If you do that, it is life-changing. It saves you a ton of time and a ton of headaches and a ton of relationships. But if you can't, I still recommend that you do so, but work on it little by little. And one more thing I did want to talk about real quick. Somebody commented one time saying, if this is what I believe, why am I still on here? And they're right. I shouldn't be on here. But if I wasn't, I wouldn't have been able to give this piece of advice. It's not like I'm on here posting or scrolling 24/7. So yeah, you guys have a good one. Bye.